This soundbar is so good, it makes your TV feel alive. But here's the question, how does it stack up against the rest? In this video, we're counting down the top 10 best soundbars of 2025, models that don't just upgrade your sound, they transform your whole room into a theater. From budget beasts to flagship monsters, stay tuned till number 1, because it's a total game changer. Before we start, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because after this video, you'll never set up your soundbar the wrong way again. Here's the deal. Hisense has been quietly stepping up its soundbar game, and the AX5100G 2025 edition is proof of that. It's one of the most affordable Dolby Atmos compatible soundbars you can buy right now, but the value it brings is just insane for the price. The setup includes a 3.1.2 channel design with up-firing drivers, giving you a proper Atmos bubble instead of that flat, front-heavy sound cheaper bars are known for. The dialogue clarity is sharp, the bass from the wireless sub feels deep but controlled, and the soundstage feels surprisingly wide for a budget system. What really makes it stand out is the tuning. Hisense has finally nailed that balance between crisp detail and warmth, which means it works just as well for gaming as it does for Netflix or live sports. It even supports eARC, Dolby Audio, and DTS-X, making it a true entry-level powerhouse. If you're just getting into Dolby Atmos and don't want to break the bank, this is your ideal starting point. But keep watching, because the next one adds smart features and sound precision that go way beyond what you'd expect for its price. The LG S70Ty is what I'd call a quiet disruptor. It's not flashy, but it nails the fundamentals: crisp sound, balanced tuning, and effortless connectivity. This is the soundbar for someone who just wants a clean upgrade from their TV speakers, but still wants that taste of cinematic immersion. Under the hood, it's a 3.1.1 channel Dolby Atmos setup, tuned in collaboration with Meridian Audio, which gives it a warm, premium sound profile. Dialogues stay clean even in chaotic movie scenes, and the up-firing speaker adds that subtle sense of height you can actually feel in action sequences. LG also made setup ridiculously easy this year. Just plug it in, connect via HDMI eARC, and you're good to go. You've got wireless sub support, adaptive sound control, and AI Sound Pro that tweaks output automatically depending on what you're watching. It's one of those set it and forget it soundbars that simply makes everything sound better without needing constant adjustment. And visually, it looks modern, minimalist, and matches perfectly with any LG TV, especially their 2025 OLED lineup. If you're upgrading from an entry-level soundbar or just want something smarter without spending big, the S70Ty might be your best bet. But stick around. The next one brings cinematic punch and real Atmos height channels at a price that'll make you double take. Now let's talk about a soundbar that quietly keeps shocking the market. The Vizio Elevate Pro 2025 edition. Vizio has always nailed that bang-for-buck balance, but this time they went full premium. The Elevate Pro packs 18 powerful drivers, rotating Atmos speakers, and a newly tuned quad-core audio engine that delivers Atmos, DTS-X, and IMAX enhanced processing, all under $1,000. The magic here is in the motion. When you play Dolby Atmos content, the ends of the bar physically rotate upward, directing sound to your ceiling. You can see it transform in real time. The new 2025 model adds smarter AI calibration that adjusts height channel timing to match your ceiling height, which means even smaller rooms get true vertical impact. The bass is just as fierce, with a new 8-inch subwoofer and wireless rear surrounds that finally catch up to the soundbar's clarity. Whether you're watching Blade Runner 2049 or gaming in surround mode, the bubble of sound it creates feels dimensional and real. And trust me, what's coming up next takes immersive to another level. Coming in next is something built for the minimalist audiophile, the Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar 2025. Bose took everything they've learned about room, tuning, and voice clarity and pushed it into their sleekest bar yet. It's only a few inches tall, but under the hood, it's running Bose True Space processing, Dolby Atmos, and the brand's latest HT-A5000 Gen 2 room calibration system. What really stands out here is the voice clarity. Every word, whisper, and dialogue feels perfectly centered, even in loud action scenes. And the bass? You'd swear there's a subwoofer hidden inside, thanks to its new dual low-frequency radiators. Still, if you want the full cinematic hit, you can pair it with the Bose bass module 700 and surround speakers 850. Both connect wirelessly with zero latency. The 2025 update also adds Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and full AirPlay 2/Chromecast support. So whether you're streaming lossless Apple Music or binging Netflix, the sound stays ultra clean, responsive, and immersive. It's the kind of soundbar that fits anywhere, from modern apartments to pro setups, while keeping everything clean and cable-free. But trust me, what's waiting at number 6 brings raw power that'll make any movie night unforgettable. The Samsung HT-A700G sits right in the sweet spot between affordability and premium performance. It's that soundbar you buy once and realize you didn't need to spend more. This is a 3.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos system powered by Samsung's Q Symphony 3.0 engine, which syncs perfectly with their latest Neo QLED TVs. That means your TV speakers and soundbar actually work together, not against each other, creating one seamless, layered sound field. You don't just hear dialogue from the screen, you feel it anchored there. What makes the Q700D stand out this year is its dedicated up-firing drivers. These don't just simulate height, they actually project sound upward, letting you hear effects bouncing naturally off your ceiling. In real use, that makes Atmos content from Netflix or Disney Plus feel alive and dimensional. Rain falling overhead, engines roaring above, or voices echoing from unseen spaces. The wireless subwoofer also got a solid upgrade. Tighter bass response, less distortion, and smoother crossover to the main bar. Samsung added their Adaptive Sound 3.0 processor, which intelligently adjusts sound based on what you're watching, from quiet dialogue scenes to full-blown action sequences. And the results? Consistent clarity no matter what's on screen. Design-wise, the HT-A700D keeps it clean, low-profile chassis, precision perforated grille, and a new matte graphite finish that feels distinctly high-end. Connectivity is future-ready too. HDMI 2.1 eARC, 4K HDR pass-through, and Game Mode Pro for lag-free, directional sound during gameplay. So for anyone who wants a true Dolby Atmos experience, real height, real clarity, real balance, without stepping into flagship pricing, the HT-A700D is easily one of Samsung's best balanced releases yet. But the next one on our list takes things a step further. More channels, more power, and a soundstage that feels almost cinematic. Wait till you see number 5. The Sony HT-A5000 has always been that perfect middle child in Sony's home audio lineup. Balanced, powerful, and surprisingly cinematic for its size. And the 2025 edition takes everything that made it a fan favorite and refines it. Right out of the box, the A5000 feels premium, solid aluminum chassis, clean matte finish, and that subtle curvature across the front grille that screams Sony design. It's not just built to blend in, it's built to look like it belongs beneath a high-end TV setup. Under the hood, you're getting 5.1.2 channels of true Dolby Atmos power, driven by Sony's vertical surround engine and S-Force Pro front surround. What that means in practice is that even without rear speakers, you get an incredibly wide, high soundstage effect that actually move across your ceiling and walls. When paired with Sony's SW5 subwoofer or SA RS3S rear speakers, it transforms into a full 7.1.4 theater that feels immersive without being bulky. One of the biggest upgrades this year is Sony's 360 spatial sound mapping technology. It uses phase mapping to create phantom speakers in your room, filling gaps in the sound field and making it feel like you've got twice as many speakers as you actually do. It's tech that actually feels like a cheat code, and it works. Dialogue clarity is also where Sony nails it. Voices stay centered, natural, and balanced, even in heavy action sequences. And with high-res audio, Dolby Atmos, and DTS XL supported, you can play everything from lossless FLAC to cinematic mixes without compromise. It's smart, too. With Google Assistant, Alexa, AirPlay 2, and Chromecast built in, you can stream, cast, or control your soundbar without ever touching a remote. And for gamers, HDMI 2.1 pass-through brings 4K per 120Hz, VRR, and ALLM support, perfect for pairing with a PS5. The Sony HT-A5000 isn't trying to be the loudest or most over-the-top soundbar. It's a refined option, clear, detailed, cinematic, the kind of sound that feels intentionally crafted, not just powerful. And if you're someone who wants premium immersion without going full flagship, this is one of the best balanced Atmos systems of 2025. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you see number 4, a soundbar that doesn't just sound powerful, it feels like standing inside a movie theater. When it comes to home theater power, LG's S95QR 2025 edition doesn't just want to impress. It wants to dominate your living room. This is one of those soundbars that makes you rethink what wireless and immersive actually mean. The S95QR has evolved. It's now a 9.1.5 channel Dolby Atmos beast. Yes, 5 dedicated upward-firing speakers, 3 on the main bar and 2 on the rear satellites. That means vertical sound isn't just hinted at, it's everywhere. Raindrops, aircraft, ambient effects, they don't just play above you, they move above you. LG redesigned the entire system for 2025, giving the soundbar new acoustic chambers and upgraded speaker drivers for a fuller, more detailed signature. And the wireless subwoofer? It's larger, deeper, and tuned for tighter low-end control. The kind of bass that hits with impact, but never muddies the mix. What's really clever is how LG's AI Room Calibration Pro works behind the scenes. It listens to your room shape, wall reflections, and furniture positioning, and then adjusts each speaker's timing and EQ curve automatically. In less than a minute, you get sound that's actually tailored to your space, not just a preset you toggle through. And when you combine that with LG's new triple-level spatial sound engine, things get wild. The bar creates an illusion of layered sound, foreground, mid-depth, and far-field effects, giving everything from gunfire to orchestral music an extra sense of scale. Connectivity is as modern as it gets. You've got HDMI 2.1 eARC, VRR, Dolby Vision pass-through, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, and even support for Chromecast and AirPlay 2. No matter what you're streaming, Netflix Atmos titles, PS5 gaming, or lossless music from Tidal, it keeps up effortlessly. Visually, the S95QR also fits the premium tag. LG trimmed the design for a sleeker, brushed metal finish, matching perfectly with the company's 2025 OLED lineup. It's the kind of soundbar that looks high-end even when it's silent. And here's the best part. For the performance it delivers, the S95QR still undercuts many of its flagship rivals by hundreds of dollars. That balance of raw power, precise calibration, and smart design makes it one of the best all-around Dolby Atmos setups on the market right now. But trust me, the top 3 are where the real innovation starts. Number 3, it brings a futuristic twist that even LG and Sony haven't fully caught up with yet. Samsung's HW-Q990D isn't just another soundbar. It's the definition of a flagship Atmos system done right. This model takes everything the Q series has been building toward and polishes it to near perfection. We're talking about a full 11.1.4 channel setup, complete with wireless rear speakers and a subwoofer that feels alive. The moment you fire it up, it's clear. This system isn't trying to simulate surround sound. It's creating it. Every detail, every movement, every echo has a place in the room. Samsung upgraded almost everything under the hood for 2025. The drivers are larger and tuned for more depth. The subwoofer now hits lower frequencies without distortion. And the rears? They project height and width like they're part of a dedicated multi-speaker theater rig. The result is sound that wraps you from every direction, whether it's an action scene, a concert, or a quiet dialogue sequence. The real secret sauce, though, is Q Symphony 3.0. It syncs perfectly with compatible Samsung TVs, combining the TV's built-in speakers with a soundbar system to expand the soundstage. Instead of just front and rear, you get a layered feel that feels three-dimensional and dynamic. Add SpaceFit Sound Pro, and the bar automatically measures your room, recalibrates, and optimizes audio balance based on size, shape, and furniture placement. And Samsung didn't stop there. You're getting HDMI 2.1 eARC, Dolby Atmos, DTS, X, 8K pass-through, Wi-Fi 6E, and Bluetooth LE audio, the kind of spec list that used to belong only to AV receivers. It's built for the future, and it shows. In actual use, the Q990D feels powerful yet refined. The highs are crisp, dialogue is pinpoint clear, and the bass carries weight without overpowering. Even at low volume, the sense of space remains. It's cinematic audio made effortless. No wires, no complicated setup, no tweaking for hours. Design-wise, it keeps that minimalist Samsung DNA, matte black aluminum, perforated metal grille, and a subtle front display that disappears when not in use. It blends into your setup, but performs like a centerpiece. If you want a no-compromise home theater soundbar that doesn't need an external amp or receiver, this is the one to beat in 2025. But just wait, the next two entries push things even further, especially number 1, which redefines what a soundbar can be. Alright, number 2 is where things start to get seriously interesting, because the Sony HT-A9 2 Malawian Quatches isn't just a soundbar. It's a sound system revolution hiding inside 4 sleek speakers and a small control box. Sony took the original HT-A9, which was already a fan favorite, and made it smarter, faster, and even more cinematic. The 2 Malawian Quatches version introduces an upgraded spatial sound mapping 2.0 engine, powered by Sony's new X1 Ultimate Audio processor, the same brain that powers their flagship Bravia TVs. This means cleaner imaging, tighter bass control, and more precise virtual positioning than anything else in its class. Here's what's wild. Even though there's no traditional soundbar here, the A9 2 Malawian Quatches still builds a 12 phantom speakers sound field around you. It measures your room using built-in microphones in each speaker and literally creates invisible speakers in the air, front, side, rear, and even height channels, all without you mounting anything. It's like Dolby Atmos and magic had a baby. And this time, Sony didn't just tweak the sound, they rebuilt the hardware. The new wide dispersion tweeters and dual coil woofers deliver a denser, fuller soundstage. Dialogue separation has improved drastically, and bass response feels deeper, especially if you pair it with the SASW5 subwoofer. It's thunderous when you want it to be, yet still controlled and balanced for everyday TV use. Connectivity-wise, Sony finally caught up with modern standards. You get HDMI 2.1, eARC, Dolby Vision pass-through, and full support for Dolby Atmos, DTS, X360 reality audio, and high-res audio. It's all plug-and-play through the central control hub. No calibration nightmares, no audio lag. And yes, it plays beautifully with the new Sony Bravia 9 mini LED TVs, using acoustic center sync to merge the TV speakers with the system for a true center channel. But maybe the best part, it's wireless. Each speaker connects over a private Wi-Fi mesh network with ultra-low latency. No cables snaking across your room, no dropouts, just pure, uninterrupted sound. In real-world use, this thing is unreal. Explosions roll across your walls, rain sounds like it's above you, and music feels alive. It's the kind of sound experience that makes you forget you're even in your living room. And visually, Sony kept it elegant. Soft matte gray finish, rounded edges, and a minimal control hub that blends right into any setup. If you want next-generation Dolby Atmos without the bulk of a full receiver-based system, the HT-A9 2 Malawian Quatches is basically the cheat code. It's modular, intelligent, and just straight-up futuristic. But trust me, number one takes everything you think you know about home theater and throws it out the window. Because the next soundbar isn't just a product, it's a statement piece. Alright, this is it. The number one spot goes to a system that doesn't just raise the bar, it destroys it. The Nakamichi Dragon 1.4.6 2025 edition is what happens when engineers stop worrying about price tags and start chasing perfection. Let's be real, calling this a soundbar almost feels wrong. This thing is a home theater disguised as a soundbar. You're getting a 58-inch centerpiece, 2 massive subwoofers, and 4 surround speakers, each one armed with dual drivers. In total, it pushes out a jaw-dropping 21 audio channels, powered by 11 amplifiers and calibrated for Dolby Atmos, DTS, X Pro, and Oro 3D. What Nakamichi did here is absolutely insane. They've engineered the Dragon to create an actual 3D bubble of sound around you. Not just simulated, but physically there. 6 up-firing drivers shoot sound to your ceiling, while side-firing horns wrap it around your walls with terrifying accuracy. The result? You don't just hear the movie, you feel it crawling across the room. Now let's talk about power, because this system doesn't whisper. It roars. The dual 8-inch subwoofers are time-aligned with the main bar for zero-phase distortion, giving you bass that's both seismic and tight. You'll literally feel the floor vibrate during explosions, but still hear every drop of dialogue crystal clear. And the quad surround speakers bring pinpoint realism. Bullets, raindrops, whispers, all floating exactly where they should be. Under the hood, you've got Nakamichi's OmniMotion reference architecture, an adaptive processing engine that recalibrates every channel in real time. So if your seating position changes, the Dragon dynamically remaps the audio field. No other system on the market does that. Not even the big names from Samsung or Sony. And it's not just about brute force. This thing has precision. The tonal balance is stunning. Highs are silky, mids are pure, and lows hit with cinematic weight. Every layer of the soundtrack feels sculpted. You can hear how carefully it's tuned, like it was made for professional film mastering. On the design side, it's pure luxury. The main soundbar wears that iconic Dragon Gold trim with a glass top panel that looks more like a sports car dashboard than an audio system. Even the LED indicators breathe softly, like it knows it's alive. It's both aggressive and elegant, a piece of art for people who take sound seriously. Nakamichi didn't cut corners anywhere. They built a dedicated Dragon remote with a full LCD display, custom EQ presets, and instant switching between movie, gaming, and music modes. Everything feels deliberate. Every click, every channel shift, every tone. In short, the Dragon 1.4.6 2025 edition isn't just the best soundbar of the year. It's the benchmark for what home theater in 2025 should sound like. It's the kind of system that makes you fall in love with movies all over again. And trust me, once you hear it, there's no going back. Final outro plus channel CTA. And there you have it, the top 10 best soundbars of 2025. From budget-friendly powerhouses to flagship monsters like the Nakamichi Dragon, it's clear the audio game has officially leveled up. Whether you're building your first home theater or upgrading a setup that already shakes the walls, there's something here built for you. What really stands out this year is how far soundbars have come. They're no longer just TV speakers. They're smart, immersive, and built with tech that rivals professional cinema setups. And honestly, that's wild. We've gone from flat, basic sound to room-shaking, ceiling-bouncing Dolby Atmos that feels alive. But here's the question. Which one of these would you bring home first? Are you the minimalist who loves clean design and tight sound? Or the all-out audio purist chasing the most powerful setup possible? Drop your pick in the comments. I actually read them, and I'd love to see what your dream sound system looks like. If you found this breakdown helpful or learned something new about what's coming in 2025 Soundbar world, hit like, not because it's routine, but because it really helps the channel grow and lets me keep bringing you deep, unbiased tech breakdowns. Like this one. And if you're new here, this channel's all about high-performance audio and tech done right. No hype, no sponsor fluff, just real talk, solid testing, and honest rankings. So hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because what's coming next, especially with the 2026 leaks, you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.